How about another egg?
I don't think so.
Or 2 or 3 more sausages?
No, very nice, but... Oh, you're pulling my leg, Mr. Hunter.
Glad to see you've got such a good appetite.
Well, I couldn't get through the day picking up bits of toast like you do. I believe in a good, solid breakfast to start the day proper.
I'm restraining myself in anticipation of tonight. It's Joe Lever's barbecue, you know.
Oh, I nearly forgot that.
He expects his guests to eat heartily, otherwise he gets offended.
Oh, well, you can eat for the 2 of us.
Oh, darn it.
Now what?
I've left my matches upstairs.
Oh, half a sec.
You rang, Mum?
Yes, we finished, Sally. Here you are, all mod cons provided.
This isn't all that mud, is it? Doesn't work.
Oh, no, I don't suppose it would. It's a keepsake.
Thank you, Sally. Ready?
Yeah, you get your briefcase ready for the office. I won't be a sec. I'll come along.
Right, Mrs. T.
Oh, wouldn't swap you, not that. Sally, what day is it?
It's Monday, Mum.
The date?
When it'd be the 21st. That's right, Monday the 21st.
21st, and I nearly forgot.
Yes, Mum.
Pips.
You forgot? What, Mum?
But what if nobody... But then they might. Well, I did, didn't I? So why shouldn't they?
I'm sorry, I don't quite understand.
Or one, at least. It's the 21st.
Are you ready now?
Oh, wait a minute. It is, isn't it?
What is?
25 years. It's the day, that's right.
What is?
It is.
Just a moment.
Mighty tall in the light, and there's lots of curly hair kind on that chair.
Thank you. Is that what you're going to wear for your barbecue party?
No.
Oh, well, before you start suffering from illusions of grandeur, isn't Mrs. Thursday here yet?
No, there's just me on me Todd.
Yeah, she must have been held up in the traffic. I was stuck in Park Lane for 10 minutes myself.
Yes, I can hear your twin horns from here.
Triple horns now, Joe?
Oh, I beg your pardon. You know, it's not just the traffic.
What isn't?
Alice, why she's late. She just doesn't like coming into the office.
Especially for board meetings.
And especially on Monday mornings.
She's never very happy on Monday mornings.
Here, how do you work this thing?
You want it off?
I want it up. Ah, that's better.
You feeling quite yourself, Mrs. T?
Oh, yes. Here, do you tango?
Not here, and not on a Monday morning.
It'll be Monday night tonight, won't it?
Yes, you remember that, and don't let that board meeting depress you.
Oh, it won't depress me, because I won't be there.
What?
Oh, Bates, don't forget to drop me off in the Edgware Roads.
Edgware Road? Where are you going?
Shopping.
In the Edgware Road?
Yes. Oh, I forgot to tell Sally there. She must do some shopping for me. I must phone her right away. No, not from here, dear, from the Edgware Road.
I said right away.
I know, but not private like in here, is it?
There's only me.
That's right, Mr. Hunter.
Half past. I vote we make a start.
Joe, we can't conduct a board meeting with the 2 of us. It's not a game of ping-pong, you know.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. Or even shove halfpenny. Have you got 2 halfpennies for a penny?
Ah, that's a pleasant surprise. Haven't got you out of bed, I hope.
Morning, Sir Charles. Lever.
Morning. Oh, there's Mrs. Thursday with you.
Mrs. Thursday's in the Edgware Road.
What?
Yes, she won't be coming in this morning.
But we've a meeting.
I have her permission to represent her. If you want it in writing, you'll have to wait till tomorrow.
Hunter, have you been having traffic problems? You seem a bit tetchy this morning. Has anything gone wrong?
No. No, it's all quite pleasant, as a matter of fact. Except so far as you're concerned, Mr. Lever.
Me?
Mrs. Thursday asked to be excused from your barbecue.
What? Well, she said she'd love to come. It's been arranged for weeks.
Oh, Elizabeth and I are coming, oh boy. We're looking forward to it.
And so am I. But Mrs. Thursday can't.
Oh, she was dead keen. She said she'd never seen a barbecue before.
I know.
Well, my steaks are an experience.
And what an experience.
Well, what's that supposed to mean?
Agreement, Mr. Lever, that's all.
Well, it's all very puzzling about Mrs. Thursday.
I've been saying the same thing ever since breakfast. All it's done is, made me tetchy, as you say.
Well, I mean, she did say she wanted to come.
Yes, dear.
And now she says she doesn't.
No, dear.
You don't think Hunter and Charlie have been spreading malicious gossip, do you?
What about?
Well, about my steaks.
Malicious gossip?
Well, criticising, then. When they barbecued as many steaks as I have, they can talk.
Yes, dear.
You like my steaks, don't you?
Well, of course. Everyone does. I mean, you're professional at it, aren't you?
Eh? I won't say professional exactly. Amateur, really.
Yes, dear.
Professional amateur.
Sally? Here. Well, did you get all the things I asked you to this morning?
Everything except the records.
Oh, but I've got to have them.
But the girl in the shop said she'd never heard of them, nor me.
Oh, pity. Oh, well, suppose it can't be helped.
Still, Mrs. Trampleasure said she had some old records by Vera Lynn.
Vera Lynn? Oh, it's just a ticket.
Oh? What's just the ticket?
Oh, all right, Sally, I'll do. Thank you, dear.
You sure you won't change your mind?
Change me mind?
Yes, about Joe Lever's barbecue.
Oh, I know, no, can't. You see, all my arrangements is done.
Arrangements? For
Yes,
what?
For my evening out.
Sally said you'd just asked her to lay the table for dinner.
That's right.
But you're going out.
Going out, then coming back.
Oh, I see.
You can take the rolls, though.
And what about you?
No, I'm going by bus.
Where?
Out.
Sally also said you mentioned something about decorating the dining room.
Oh, not decorating, just getting it arranged like.
Arranged for what?
For when I come back. Oh, you're dying to know about it, aren't you, Mr. Hunter? But careless talk costs lives, you know.
Careless talk? Well, I'm glad to see you looking so happy. All the same, I'd like to know why.
Here, would you believe me if I told you I was going to meet a fella?
Now, who's pulling whose leg?
I've got something to show you.
Oh, yes. Beautiful. But you don't smoke.
It's a present for this fella.
All right, Mrs. T, I give up.
All right, give my respects to Sir Charles and Mr. Lever and their lady wives. I can't tell you what's going on, Mr. Hunter. Confidential, you see, dear.
Did you see that?
Well, one is allowed to overtake, dear. It's a de-restricted zone.
Yes, he's not going to get away with that. After him, Alfred.
Oh, dear, here we go again. Come along out, Mr. Hunter.
Well, at least it's kept fine for you.
Joe's already mounted on his barbecue.
That must be a hot seat. Where have you left Trigger?
You haven't eaten, have you?
No, naturally.
Got a good appetite?
Yes, indeed.
Because if Charlie and his missus don't come soon, you've got 3 T-bone steaks to get through.
I'm sure they're well on their way.
I hope so.
Well, come and have a drink, Mr. Hunter. Is that who I think it is?
Huh?
Mrs. Thursday, outside a betting shop.
Nonsense. Must be a mirage.
Darling, we're not in the middle of the desert.
What if it is her? Maybe she's waiting for someone.
Well, she may be waiting for a bus. We could give her a lift. Charles! Look!
Alice!
Turns out I thought you wouldn't come, and I've been all round the place.
Oh, yeah. I'm so glad to see you.
The sooner we get to Joe's, the better. Come on, Alfred, get it. Fun.
It was like an optical illusion.
But I thought you said it was definitely her.
Oh, it was.
Well, how could it be an optical illusion?
Well, because I could hardly believe my eyes. Well, I couldn't, could I, Charles? And you were just as amazed.
I mean, it's one thing for her to meet someone on the street, but all this hugging and kissing. Well, I mean, she's always seemed so...
You know something was going on. Oh, how should I? In any case, what are you hinting at?
It's perfectly obvious, isn't it? She's having an affair.
You're very quiet, Hunter.
But attentive, Mr. Lever.
And?
And what?
What do you think?
And you mix a rather delicious punch.
Oh, do be serious, Hunter.
Why?
Why?
Yes, why?
Hunter, at 7 o'clock this evening, Mrs. Thursday was effecting a clandestine rendezvous
With an extremely undesirable, extremely scruffy, extremely...
Undesirable to whom? She was evidently quite satisfied.
Hunter, you must have led a very sheltered existence.
I've always said that anyone born south of Bolton doesn't know the facts of life.
Joe.
Mrs. Thursday's a rich woman. She's also the first to listen to any cock and bull hard luck story that happens to be going.
She's also above the age of consent, Mr. Lever.
Good heavens. You don't think she's contemplating marriage, do you?
I'm sorry, an unfortunate choice of words. She's, old enough to take care of herself. How about that instead?
Is this yours?
This morning, Hunter, in the office.
Yes?
You said you thought there was something fishy going on then.
Don't like mysteries. You said so.
When she wriggled out of the barbecue, very secretive, you said.
Can't tell you what's going on, Mr. Hunter. Confidential, you see, dear.
Lurking in the shadows, that's what she's doing.
One doesn't lurk in one's own home.
Ah, she was in Battersea, Mr. Hunter.
Well, she'll be back home for dinner, you can be sure of that. Mrs. Thursday can have whatever friends she chooses. It's none of our business.
It is, if she's being exploited. And we're her friends. We ought to protect her.
What do you expect me to do?
Well, check up on the fellow.
See if she's making a fool of herself.
If there's nothing suspicious, well, fair enough.
I'm sorry. I can't spy on Mrs. Thursday.
Who's asking you to spy?
There's a difference between spying and protecting.
Aye. Now look, Hunter, if we do nothing and she gets hurt, we'll never forgive ourselves.
And you know how easily she's taken in.
Yeah.
All right, I'll pop back for a few minutes. She'll see right through me, you know.
Nonsense.
It's for her own good, Mr.
Yes,
Hunter.
of course.
Don't you think perhaps we're jumping to conclusions?
We?
No, you, I mean.
Did you?
Yes, of course, I'm quite
Now,
sure that...
look here, Hunter, it's all perfectly simple. All you've got to do is to check up on the fellow. If he's genuine, they have our blessing.
And if he's a gold-digging fancy boy, put her wise.
Yes.
All right, I'll go if you insist.
But you'll come back, won't you? We'll keep your steak for you.
Oh, don't worry about that. I'll get back in time for the dessert.
Well, ring us if there's anything to report.
I'll do my best.
Now, come on, Alice, girl, take it. 1 and 4.
No, put it in your pocket.
No, I'm not having you paying my bus fare.
Look, I'll be insulted.
So shall I.
I'll bang you on the head in a minute, Albert Spencer.
And I will give you a piece of my mind, Alice Thursday.
Oh, I'd like to see you try. Yeah. Albert, what's it?
Sorry.
Everything ready in the dining room, is it, Sally? Sally!
Oh, sorry. Yes, Mum.
Oh, well then come on, Albert.
Right.
Shall I take your hat, sir?
Oh.
No, leave it on.
Oh.
And Sally, up on my bed, you'll see my headscarf and a few other things. Bring them all down, dear.
A headscarf?
Yes, headscarf.
But I thought you are going into dinner.
But that's what I want it for. Come on, Albert.
Right.
And they're tough, mighty tough in the wear. You don't suppose that she really is genuine, do you, Charlie?
I'm sure it's just on her part. It's this handicapped fellow that worries me.
Yeah, well, you could hardly expect her to go courting a guards officer, could you?
We are doing nothing wrong, Joe. There's nothing new in con men milking rich widows of every penny they possess.
Well, we'd better get these steaks sizzling.
Must we?
Well, that's what we're here for, isn't it?
Yes. Well, actually, my appetite...
Well, what's all that, then?
Sausage rolls. Just as an hors d'oeuvre, Joe.
They don't want sausage rolls.
Oh, yes, we do.
Jolly good. Delicious they look.
Oh, your puff pastry too, light as a feather.
Sheer heaven.
I thought you were at the barbecue.
I was. Is Mrs. Thursday...
Bright winds over the white cliffs of Dover. Tomorrow, just you wait and see.
Hello, dear.
Good evening.
You're just in time for the toast.
Oh?
Give him a tin mug, Albert.
Yes.
All manners. Look, Mr. Albert Spencer, Mr. Richard Hunter.
How do you do?
Good evening.
Do you like cocoa, do you?
Well,
Yes, you like cocoa?
Here we are, then.
That's right. Fill it
No, thank you.
yes. Now yours.
Yeah.
Right. Well, here we go. To Lacey's Munitions Factory, 1941.
To Lacey's Munitions Factory, 1941.
Lacey's Munitions Factory, 1941.
No! And to all them as worked in her.
Here we are.
Me and Albert worked together, you know.
In the war.
Lacey's Munitions Factory, 1941.
That's right, dear. Here, I thought you was going to Mr. Lever's.
Oh, just pop back.
Oh, all right. I'll put you out of your misery. Here, let's all sit down.
Right.
Well, one morning, 25 years ago, we all turns up for work as usual.
25 years ago today it
Yes,
was.
I'll tell it. And when we got there...
Bob's your uncle.
No factory. Just a lot of smoking bricks and plaster.
You see, Jerry had been over in the night. 2 incendiaries, a direct hit.
Yes, and we stood there, Albert and me, Fanny, Connie, well, the whole gang of us. And we looked at the bricks and we looked at each
And
other.
that was it. No factory. Everything flattened.
And so we all trooped into the wagon and horses, didn't we?
Yeah, lemonades all round. There was a beer shortage, remember?
Oh, don't I just?
Yes, and we made an agreement.
That you'd all meet again in 25 years' time.
That's right. How did you know?
A shipmate and I agreed the same thing with 2 wrens on Plymouth Hoe. Oh, but that's a different story.
Oh, Mr. Hunter.
Yeah, well, we said 25 years from now outside where Lacey's used to be. It's a betting shop now.
Ah, we had some good old times at Lacey's.
Yeah. Do you remember Jim and Lily Chadwick?
Yes, got blown clean out of their house one night into the street, bed and all.
Yeah. First time they've been out together for years. Well, out of the whole bunch, there's only 2 of us remembered. I came down from Coventry today.
Just on the off chance?
Well, I didn't think anybody would turn up, really.
And I didn't remember till I showed you that lighter this morning. Albert made that,
Out of a bullet case.
yeah, as a present for my birds in the desert. And I kept it ever since he passed over.
And the new lighter was for Mr. Spencer.
Yeah, she shouldn't have done it. All that money.
That was dirt cheap, if you want to know.
Oh, no, it wasn't. I know what these cost. I make 'em. That's the dearest money can buy.
Oh, well, after all these years, it was worth splashing about a bit.
Well, you thought somebody would turn up, didn't you?
I hope somebody would.
You know, I often wonder what happened to Fanny and Connie and Betty. Do you remember chewing gum Betty?
Well, I bet she was a sticky girl.
Didn't you?
Oh, look at that
I found it in one of the store cupboards.
Oh.
What's AFS mean?
Alert for Sally. We didn't wear them like that.
Oh, go on, Miss Hunter.
It used to stand for Auxiliary Fire Service.
Is that scarf all right, Mum?
Oh, lovely, yes. I mean, we used to call them turbans. All right, Sally. I wore one of these when I was a welder.
Yeah, and I wore these. But don't worry, I got a suit back at the hotel.
Who thought of all this?
I did. I thought, well, if any of them does turn up, I'll give them a real British restaurant dinner. Like Lace's Canteen, you know? A raw carrot all round to start off
For
with.
seeing in the blackout.
That's right. Then followed by your powdered egg omelette, because you can't get whale meat now in the shops, you know. And then to follow up with the week's cheese ration. And beetroot pudding for breakfast.
You've certainly been industrious, Mrs. T.
Oh, well, you'd be surprised what you can buy if you've got the money. Put another record on, Albert.
All right, now, what should we have?
Oh, my favourite, Run, Rabbit, Run.
Right.
Mr. Hunter, what did you come back for? You never told me.
Oh, my badminton racket.
Oh, yes?
Yes.
Nothing to do with Albert and me, then?
Oh, of course not at all.
I mean, you didn't think we was running off to Gretna Green or nothing?
Rabbit, run, run,
Rabbit,
run.
run.
Bang, 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 it goes the bomber's gun. So run, rabbit, run, run, run.
Actually, Joe, even if it is a genuine romance, even if he's not after her money,
Well?
What are you trying to say, Charles?
well, if Mrs. Thursday decided to take her husband,
Yes?
husbands have a habit of wanting to join the board.
Managing director?
At least.
Oh, but he couldn't be. You two are. Oh, precisely.
Oh? Well, if they're not having a love affair, we're all right. If they are, then we've got to vote against it.
Oh, vote again.
Well, discourage it then.
Or kill it.
Stone dead.
Yeah.
Hello? Yes? Oh, yes. Right. For you, dear.
Eh?
Mr. Hunter making his profile.
Yes, Hunter.
It's all right. You can enjoy your steaks. He's an old wartime colleague. They're just good friends. Absolutely nothing more.
Wartime colleagues, just good friends.
Good.
Absolutely nothing more.
Very good.
Coventry, eh? Make cigarette lighters. Good. That's better than being on the dole. Call what? Albert? Albert Spencer? Not Rasputin, then, as we feared. All right, then, Lee. Okay, we'll see you soon. Bye-bye. T-bone steaks all round. Happier now then, Charlie, eh?
Yes, yes, of course. Well, I mean, after all, if he lives in Coventry, they won't have much chance of seeing each other, even if there is any.
Are you all right, dear?
Coventry. Cigarette lighters. Albert Spencer. By Jove! Albert Spencer!
Well, I'll go to Buxton. And he never sank in.
What are you talking about?
Agreed, Joe? Unanimously, lad.
Buxton? What else are you going to do with Buxton?
Well, I reckon we ought to go out for a meal. I'm starving. I don't know how the poor mice managed in the war. They must have lost a bit of weight.
Excuse me. Lacey's Munitions Factory. Hello? Yes, speaking.
Hunter. Mrs. Thursday and her friend are invited to the barbecue. No, don't take no for an answer. Just see that they get here. Oh, and Hunter, if you ever felt like playing Cupid, now's your opportunity.
Do you mind repeating that last remark?
She's above the age of consent, Hunter. It's high time Mrs. Thursday was considering matrimony again.
Charles, I will give you 3 seconds to tell me what this is all about.
It'll only take one, dear.
Here you are.
Sure.
What on earth has it got to do with who's who?
Now look up Spencer.
Spencer.
Albert James, MBE.
OPQRS. I always forget my alphabet on these occasions.
Oh, come on, let me in, I'll find
Hill.
it. Yes, Spencer P.
Come on.
Spencer, it's quite,
Spencer.
Jacob Charlie, P. There we are.
Spencer. Albert James Spencer, Chairman Spencer Engineering Bracket, Coventry Bracket Limited.
Chairman Spencer Metal Alloys Limited.
Chairman Spencer Machine Tools Limited.
Chairman of Umpteen Limited's too numerous to mention.
Yes, but I still don't
The
really...
second salient fact about Mr. Spencer is not mentioned there.
What's that?
He's not married.
A love affair that Joe and I had always dreamt about was one between the Spencer Group and the Dunwich Group. And one that we hoped one day might be blessed with a little merger.
And if it's first blessed in holy matrimony, so much the better. Excuse me a second.
Charles, Hunter said they were just old friends.
Ah, yes, but the old friends of today are the Darbys and Jones of tomorrow, Confucius. Well done, dear.
With a little help from us, you mean?
With a lot.
But supposing they're not interested?
Oh, well, that's that. But if there is a spark, no matter how small, we can gently fan it.
Yes, well, not in one evening. Be reasonable. They're not teenagers.
No, of course not. After tonight, it's up to them.
Actually, you know, it might be rather a good idea. She might rather like a man to look after. If he is all that eligible. And rich.
And she is a little lonely.
Well, so must he be. Well, at least you could smarten him up a bit. Why on earth was he dressed like that?
Oh, my dear, if you've got that amount of money, you can dress as you like.
Here we are, 2 more steaks. His and hers.
Joe, you brought the champers in earlier. It's in the bucket.
But this is better.
Oh, I see.
Oh, no disrespect, love. That's a superior vintage, but this is a superior vintage for the happy couple.
We're both invited, you say? Albert and Noel?
Yes, they insisted.
How did they know we was here? How did they know anyone was here?
Well, I happened to mention it when I telephoned to say I was on the way back. They wanted to know why you weren't coming. I said you had a friend with you, and they said, well, they invited him too, and both of you, in fact.
I see. Not a knife and fork do, is it, barbecue?
Tis a Joe Lever's. Steaks well done, very well done. The ultimate in well done.
Albert?
It's all right with me, girl.
They specially want us to go?
Yes, specially.
I see. Why?
Why?
Why specially?
Sure, I don't know, Mrs. T.
I see.
Just being sociable, I should imagine.
I see.
Mrs. T, you keep saying, I see.
Do I?
Yes, and when you keep saying, I see, I know you've got something up your sleeve.
Well, if we're going to this barbecue do, I'd better nip back to the hotel and put my suit on.
No, we'll go round that way. Won't hurt us to wait a minute or two for you.
All right.
Do you think I can go in my turban? No, better not. Won't go with my miniskirt.
Well, did you see much action in the war, Mr. Hunter?
Oh, not as much as you did at Lacey's munitions factory, I'm sure.
Mr. Hunter, could you spare a minute?
Yes, of course. Excuse me. More mysteries?
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are you up to?
Does Sir Charles and Mr. Lever and them know who Albert is? I mean, you know, how he makes his living.
I shouldn't think so. Why?
Well, you see, after the war, he went up to the Midlands, still making cigarette lighters. But that was 25 years ago.
He says he still makes them.
Not with his hands, he doesn't.
What does he make them with, then?
He owns factories.
I see.
I see.
So what have you got up your sleeve?
You'll see.
I'll see.
Mr. Hunter!
Yes.
Yeah, what was it you said about Mr. Lever and his steaks?
Well, not to be discourteous to our host,
Yeah?
he burns them black.
Oh, Lord. And what do we do besides sit and eat black steaks?
Drink, talk.
Can we have a knees up?
Oh, yes, let's have a knees up. We haven't had one for years. Do you think they'd mind?
I think they'll be delighted.
Look, give him another drink,
Oh.
Mr. Hunter. He hasn't got one. Yeah, what about music?
Oh, he's got a record player.
Oh, nice records.
Not quite roll out the barrel, almost, but not quite.
Oh, well, it's not very romantic, is it?
Romantic?
Oh, no. Here, hang on. Hello, dear. Look, get me the Savoy Hotel, will you? Oh, I don't know the number. You ought to.
Now, what are you up to now, then?
Wait a minute. Oh, could I speak to the, is that the Savoy Hotel? Oh, well, who do I ask for? You know, to send out dance bands and food.
The banqueting manager.
Oh, could I speak to the banqueting manager, please? Yeah. See, carrots and beetroot pudding's not the only things money can buy.
The best things in life are free.
Hold on, monsieur. Hold on. Steak. Steak.
Lovely party, Joe.
I'm glad you think so. You know, he's ruining good English meat with all that dressing and stuff.
Oh, I thought you got him rather well trained.
Eh?
Almost as good as yours when you're on peak form.
Oh? Oh, thank you, Hunter. It's nice of you to say so. Ah, well, it's not bad, really, is he, considering he's a foreigner?
How do you think we're doing up to now?
What do you think? Look at them.
Well, tell Elizabeth to keep up the good work in the next dance. I'll do my bit with Mrs. Thursday. May I have the honor, Mrs. Thursday?
Granted.
We can't have your friend monopolizing the belle of the ball all the evening, would we? Can we? The Monopolies Commission wouldn't like that at all.
Mustn't upset them, must we?
Can we regard this as a lady's invitation?
Oh, delighted. Oh, indeed.
Am I right in thinking what I'm thinking, Mr. Lever?
It depends what you're thinking, lad.
That there's devilry afoot?
Well, as Mrs. Thursday's financial advisor, you ought to be thrilled to bits.
Come on, Joe.
Now, what is it, love?
Well, you can do the waltz. It's only like walking.
Oh, not just now, love. I've got to keep an eye on this fellow here. Oh, a bit more on that side, old son.
You do it, you do it. I do it, I do it.
Not to be frightened of it, that's the secret.
A first-class chef, a first-class chef. 40 years, a first-class chef. London, Paris, and New York, 40 years. My beautiful steak.
Look, you've got to show it who's the boss.
Allow me, Mrs. Lever.
Thank you. I don't have to count 1, 2, 3 together for you, do I?
Only when I emerge from my wing and whisk.
Fascinating fellow, Albert, isn't he?
Oh, you like him, do you?
You like him a bit yourself, don't you, Mrs. Thursday?
That'll be telling.
Yes?
No, I'm keeping my mouth shut in case I put my foot in it.
Charming woman, Mrs. Thursday, isn't she?
Oh, none finer. None that I know of, anyway.
So warm and considerate. So accomplished. I mean, she can do big business to bread pudding.
And I can never resist bread pudding.
Life must be very lonely for you, Mr. Spencer. Oh, I know you businessmen. It's work, work, work. Never a thought for your own happiness.
Not until it's too late, eh?
Oh, it's never too late, Mr. Spencer.
Don't you think so?
Never. She's looking radiant this evening.
A picture.
I have a set of semaphore flags at home, if that will help.
Just saying hello. Thank you, Mr.
How about another drink, Joe? You must be very thirsty after all that signalling.
Yes, come along,
Ah,
Mr.
yeah.
Hunter.
All right, love, after you. Come on.
mission almost successfully accomplished, I think.
Let's have another drink.
Yes.
Well, what's up, Lord?
Well, they meet again after all these years and now. It's like a romantic novel, isn't it?
More like a James Bond intrigue, I would have thought.
Nonsense, Hunter.
Tried to do well.
They're doing very much better themselves.
Will you, Alice?
What did he say?
Well, why don't you ask me, Albert?
Oh, Lord, he's proposing to her.
But I am asking you. I just did. I'm asking you now. Will you?
Oh, well, if it'll make you happy, I'd be glad to, Albert. Shall we tell the others?
Well, if you think they'd be interested.
Oh, I'm sure we'd be interested in anything you have to tell us. We stop the music.
Oh, yes, stop the music. Thank you. Our chairman has an important announcement to make.
Oh, well, it isn't much really, is it,
No,
Albert?
not really, dear.
I don't know if it was the excitement of seeing each other again or the music or what. But, well, Albert has us.
And you said yes, love. Congratulations.
Well, it seems so silly waiting another 25 years and we're such old mates.
I beg your pardon?
Well, 25 years, it's too long, so I asked her, seeing that we've enjoyed ourselves so much.
Yes?
I said, can we meet again this time next year instead of waiting 25?
Meet again.
Yeah, next September the 21st.
Yes, for another evening out.
And she said yes.
Once every year from now on.
Well, I could eat a horse. That's no disrespect to your steaks, Mr. Lever.
Now, wait a minute. We're going to have the okey pokey first.
Oh, do you think that she... I mean, has...
Wait, oh, Ben.
Has she been
When I
taking
say
the-
in a minute,
You'll just
okey
never
pokey.
know, will you?
Yes, that's all shit. Come on. You must come and join the circle here. You stand there. Oh, Mr. Hunter.
Yes?
We're going to have the okey pokey.
Oh, good. Come on.
And such showers. We've got to have everybody for the okey
come
pokey.
on,
Oh, yes.
Doing the old
All right, Ben. Oh, you stand there, Ship. I did Look, that's okey pokey. Now then, you all do what I do, see? You put your left
arm in and your left arm out.
Your left
arm in and you shake it all about. You do the hokey cokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. Come on, Mrs. T. You put your right arm in and your right arm out. Your right arm in and shake it all about. You do the hokey cokey and you turn around. That's what it's all about. You are a naughty lady. Oh, do the hokey cokey. Oh, do the hokey cokey. Oh, do the hokey cokey. That's what it's all about. Put your left leg in.